Alright, we're recording. Just so y'all know. We're recording this, so.
That means to be extra.
Sorry.
Extra loud.
Here, I see while you're making pretty faces at the camera. Put that on the stove, please. Okay.
When you were moving this stuff,
Yeah.
the heating plate that was on top of the cutter?
Yeah, you want it?
Yes.
Hold on. Mo, can you give him a rundown on what paradigm is?
Get on my chair.
Alright, paradigm. Alright, paradigm is the way. Hey, listen.
Yes, sir.
Ah! That's what you do to me.
Hey. Listen up.
Listen up. Domestic on
That
camera.
hurts, right?
A paradigm
right?
is the lens.
Paradigm is the lens
Look at
through which
your
you
diesel
perceive the
glasses
world.
and get on my chair.
That is a cup right there. You're being recorded.
Pink cup.
Get out of the
Care
chair.
Bears
I'm
cup.
gonna grab my
Care Bears
screwdriver. I
cup.
have a screwdriver.
It's how you process information. Call it, give it to you.
How to get it off?
It shapes the way we understand things.
They'll stab me.
Everything.
Please stop.
I'm literally doing it.
Alright, Mo's doing the thing and it's getting all. I posted this on YouTube.
Oh. Okay.
So everybody's gonna watch y'all's funky
Everybody
behavior.
here, two viewers.
A whole.
I'm gonna share it with the
Sorry,
Logano's
that's rude.
and the babies.
Hi guys.
Bailey's. Mr. Bailey? Mr.
And
Bailey.
then you're gonna have to hear Mimi get on those kids.
No, it's alright.
No, she won't.
She ain't gonna trip.
Who won't? Maybe. Yes, she will.
Now
You
I'm
say
a
you're
baby.
mad, disrespectful. Say she won't. She
Sit
doesn't.
down somewhere,
She's not
you're
idiot.
blocking the thing there.
Exactly.
The camera.
Hey,
You ready?
Go over, guys.
Yeah, get over there, because then she'll be like, oh, you was talking about me.
It's all squish on this one.
The rest she will say you're mad, disrespectful.
On this side, leaking, you're blocking the cameras there.
Hello, come and sit right next to me.
You sit on the side of your mom or next to me. You want to sit here?
I feel pretty cramped. This looks fine.
Sit right here. I think that chair's gonna be a distraction. Sit right here, please. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm about to sit down.
Calm out quick.
I'm good, no, I'm
Stupid, you're
good.
being dumb.
I was chilling.
I'm just
Moving
asking you
out
to
of
sit
the
right
camera.
here. I just asked you to sit here. Sit with
I
us.
wasn't asked, I was told, but I.
Okay, sit your ass down. Shit, goddamn.
Well, I asked you. All right, here we go.
Yes, you eat your food.
Just have a good time, man. You're getting upset about nothing. You're not gonna have a good time. You're just gonna be healthy
Yeah,
and
bro,
have a
he's
terrible
really chill
time.
guy.
We'll try to work out. Oh, he's an ass, not told.
Hold on, just be a chunk.
All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna ask you a question,
Yes, sir. Okay.
right?
Alright.
But I'm gonna tell you the answer.
Alright.
All right, here we go. Icy's first.
Alright.
Don't get worked up, man. It's all good. Icy's first. First habit is to be proactive. It says here to take responsibility for your life. And one of the things that we have to do, it says, now think the opposite way. Write an opposite statement for each habit. Come up with your own definitive definition. Right? So what is the opposite of being proactive? To take responsibility for your own life. What is the opposite of that?
Be unproductive.
Unproductive.
I sound stupid. Not being productive.
Not being proactive.
Not be, yeah, correct.
Proactive. To be proactive. So what is proactive anyway? I mean, it says here to take responsibility for your life. But what is that? What does that mean? Put Tabby blanket outside. She's a distraction.
Boom.
What does it mean to be proactive?
To be proactive, to be active. Positively active.
Positively active. All right. To be proactive is you take responsibility of yourself. There's different meanings. One is to take responsibility, and that's what they're talking about here. The other one is to realize that you can do things ahead of time, right? Is to get things done before you get, say, like we talk about clean as you go. You got stuff that you got, like you guys took y'all's uniforms to the cleaners early, right? So that's already taken care of, things like that. But in the book, we're talking about being proactive is taking responsibility knowing that you're the ones that's making choices. That's the first habit, because before you can do anything, Mo was talking about paradigm earlier, before you can do anything, you need to make sure that you can take responsibility for yourself, take responsibility for your actions. You're the one that's making the choice, right? Let's see. I see first row. Wrong picture.
Being lazy.
Being lazy. That's
If I
one. That's one way to
misspell,
be.
please don't
opposite.
pronounce the misspell.
I'm not talking about
Let me
anything.
read Marshall.
You can read Marshall's.
Blame everyone for
Oh.
my actions
Well, it's
and
habit
be
two.
lazy. Oh, I thought we were reading something else. So habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Define your mission and goals in life.
What is the opposite of
I wrote the
beginning
most
with in mind?
goofiest answer in existence. Not having a plan.
Not having a plan. That's not the goofiest answer. That's actually the
No,
opposite.
that's not what I wrote.
Oh, what did you write?
I wrote
Do nothing
like,
to achieve
yeah,
my goals.
Do nothing. That's kind of the same. Do nothing to achieve our goals.
I guess
If you're not doing anything, you're definitely not making a plan. So beginning with the end in mind, one of the things that they say to do you remember, Mo, what it was? Beginning with the end in mind? It's the funeral exercise.
Yeah.
Break the funeral exercise down.
Oh, I got
Think about a loved one or a family member or a friend and a friend. Think of a family member, a friend, co-worker, somebody that from your church or whatever you agree with. Right? Think about what they're gonna think of you, about your character traits, about what you've done, about what you're about. Anything that they're gonna say about you. What not what they will say about you. You know what I mean? He is a hard worker and you know he's lazy sometimes. What do you want them to say about you? You know what I mean?
When
What's
you're
your
dead.
ideal person.
Let's say, yeah.
When you're dead.
So how do you want to be
Like
remembered?
how you want to be. Let's say you're gonna die. The way the exercise was is you go to a funeral and it's your funeral, right? What are these people gonna say about you if you died, say, in 3 years, right? What would they say about you? Things that you could actually do now. What they would say about you? They're gonna say that he's a chill guy, or are they gonna say that he's a fucking asshole? You know what I'm saying? He liked to go to WinStar, or he had a family of, like we were talking about with Uncle George and these other guys, right?
What is WinStar?
It's a casino.
Oh.
So
No,
Uncle George had a legacy of family and love, and et cetera. And this other guy had a legacy of WinStar and being a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas Cowboys. So it was, yeah, but that's all they knew of him because he didn't put much else out. You know what I mean? So what do you want people to remember you by? And once you know what that is, that's the end. You begin with the end. So you start working towards that thing. I want to be remembered as a chill guy. So you start doing chill guy shit. I want to be remembered as a skydiver. So you start doing stuff to be remembered as a skydiver. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you want to be remembered as, you know? To be the opposite of that is to not have a plan, to just kind of wing it and be like, well, wherever I end up is fine, you know, it doesn't really matter, right? So you're going to have a end in mind when you're doing it. So habit 3, that was habit 2, now we're going to go to habit 3. Put first things first. Prioritize and do the most important things first, right? That's what habit 3 is. Mello, what is the opposite of habit 3?
Not doing first things first.
Like what is first things first?
Not doing the first priorities. Like taking care of yourself first.
Take care of yourself. Is that like being selfish?
No.
What does it mean? What do you mean?
Making sure you're good, so you're not taking care of other people depressed.
So you can, if you take care of yourself, in other words, are you saying if you take care of yourself, then you can take care of others? Or don't worry about this person that you can't help. I got to help myself.
More of the first one.
More the first one.
Third, can't hold somebody up. I be telling Marsha, you can't hold somebody up in a deep pool. You know what I mean? Because then you're just gonna die and then they die. You know?
Yeah, never said it was one.
Never been stiff.
Damn.
You didn't remember.
Said something like that. Yeah, said that.
Bro, okay, what did he say that was like?
He said you're gonna drown and then they drown. Looking at
Blind, lighting blind. Leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind. Yeah. But first things first. Also, I mean, what that is true. But put first things first. It reminds me also a simple thing is on Kung Fu Panda when they got these people were the evil people were coming to attack, right? And there's like, what are we gonna do? We gotta do this. We gotta do this. Oh my God, we're saying he's on his way. What are we gonna do? And he said, well, we gotta do the most important thing now. And he said, what's that? He said, what's for lunch? You gotta eat. You still gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep yourself healthy. You know, that's kind of a quirky thing that they did in there. But the reality is that you have to take care of yourself, like Melo said, so that way you can take care of others. That's what the understanding, because I say all the time, your happiness is paramount, right? You ever hear me say that? Happiness is paramount. But that's what the understanding that you're going to take care of the people around you. Your happiness is paramount doesn't mean to be selfish and say, I'm only taking care of myself. It's also to take care of the people that are around you. You got anything you want to add on this? No?
Just like on the airplane. If you ever fly on a plane, they tell you, put your oxygen on mask first and then put it on your children. And it's not a selfish thing because if you ain't breathing, you're useless.
Yeah.
If the plane is really going down.
That's right. Tragic. Habit 4. Here we go. You ready? Habit 4 is leaky boy. Think win-win. Have an everyone can win attitude. Where are you going, buddy?
Get water.
So, what do you
Might
think?
go on a run. I don't know, bro.
What do you
I
think
don't
the
know.
opposite of that?
I don't know. Just having a negative mindset. Nobody's winning.
Nobody's winning. Everybody loses.
Essentially, yeah.
All right. It says think only of yourself is what you wrote. So
Real.
that's pretty good.
Real.
Think only of yourself. That's the opposite of thinking win-win. So win-win, in Buddhism, they call it the middle way, right? And win-win, so you want to do this thing, and I want to do this thing. And if we can think win-win, or if we can think the middle way, you actually hit a higher level. It's not a compromise. You know what I mean? You're actually hitting a higher level because the angle is longer than one side or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say a right angle. You know what I'm saying? The long angle is higher than the two individuals. So to think win-win is it's kind of it's not. Don't think of it as compromise. Think of it as how everybody can win. So one of the problems that we have, and this is an example he gives in the actual book, not necessarily this book, but in the actual book, I guess the adult version. This is a teen's version. In the adult version, they talk about watching movies, right? The family can't decide on what movie to watch. We have that problem often, right? What movie do we watch? What movie do we watch? And if we can't agree, then
You should choose something that dad picks.
maybe, well, that's win-lose because I win and y'all lose. You know what I'm saying? That's not win-win. Win-win would be let's do something else that everybody can agree to do. It doesn't have to be a movie. We don't have to watch a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to the park.
Let's go to the park. Type of
Yeah.
thing.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
So, to think only of yourself, in my situation, I say we're trying to figure out this movie. To think only of myself would be watch what Dad wants to watch. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to watch this. And we find ourselves in that situation often, right? Sometimes we're just irritated and frustrated. Okay, here we go. Icy is next. Where's Icy?
In the bathroom.
Shitting.
Yeah, most likely.
She is.
All right, habit
Why you
5.
do that?
All right, we'll hold up on Icy. We'll.
Lucky dance.
Hey.
You want to do
You
habit
go
5?
after.
Habit 5.
Someone.
Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
What's the one thing underneath it? Does it have like a little?
Listen to people sincerely.
Gay.
Listen to people sincerely. Oh, come on, that's not gay. You're gay for saying that's gay. So the opposite of that is to ignore everyone.
To be
This-
gay.
see what-
Well,
hello.
That's what calls out to
Listen,
ignore
listen,
everyone that's
listen.
Be a
good.
good person.
The opposite
to
of
write
that-
anything?
Yeah, it says not letting anyone else talk except you.
Amen, brother.
So,
Yeah.
but this also goes along. Understand first, seek first to understand. That goes with the thing that resonated with you about curiosity. You want to speak on that a little bit or no?
I think that's cool.
No. Spit some facts on it.
Put some
Spit some
facts
facts
on
on it.
Put some facts on it.
Really trying to waste our time.
Come on.
Facts on what?
Yeah, look, you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's keep-
spit facts on whatever you
Seek
spit.
first to understand, then to be understood.
Yeah.
I deal with my husband all the time up there.
Damn.
I know, I'd be trying to understand you.
But I just don't be talking a lot to be understood.
You didn't hear me?
Because I just think people need to know.
Yeah, I know. You didn't hear what I said? I said, I'd be trying to understand you all the time, but you don't listen to me.
What you said.
You're not listening to what I'm trying to tell you.
Amen.
That's the thing. Anyways, so the thing about seeking first to understand, it goes along with like being curious, right? Haven't seen Buddy blocking the camera.
Yeah, bro, the camera, dude. This is getting posted on YouTube. He has 10 billion subscribers.
Probably
More
will.
than Mr. Beast.
I probably will after this. They're gonna make a meme about this whole
Mr.
damn
Beast
thing.
ain't got no followers.
Definitely not. Maybe.
Not at all, bro.
I don't
Not
know.
at all.
So
Lock in. You're gonna be a meme. And you're not gonna be locked in.
I don't care, bro. I could care less. If I was gonna be mean, I could care less.
Do they talk about
I enjoy being mean.
The way it's set up.
the top
The
two,
first
top
three.
two.
and the last one.
Exactly. I'll get on top to it.
let me get through them, and then you wanna break that down.
No.
I just think it's better to know, like, I just don't need to, because this one is,
It's more to
it's
other people.
more interdependence. I think that's
Right.
important. You go from, because the first habits that we're talking about, like the very first habit, be proactive. You know what I mean? Like
That's all you.
Yeah, you gotta own yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what independence is. You're owning yourself.
Yeah, I mean the first three are all private victory, it says, and then the next three are public victory, and then the sharpening the saw is it's just it's creating a cycle out of it.
Type deal.
It's
It's the upper spiral.
It's a spiral there. So, seeking first to understand is to really recognize who the other person is, to understand where they're coming from. Not from your own selfish point of view, but to put yourself in their shoes and see the world through their eyes. Because we talked about paradigm mode, talking about paradigm. What did you say about paradigm mode? It's the way you see the world, right? So, to understand somebody else's perspective, to say, okay, Khalil is upset about having to sit in the chair. He didn't really want to. He was all right where he was at. He was comfortable. To ignore that is disrespectful to Khalil because nobody saw it from his perspective, right? He said, that's some bullshit. You calling me out on this bullshit. You know what I mean? Or I say, no, you need to think this or that or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you're not listening to me. I'm just trying to tell you that
My back needed your chair, Collie used to.
my back needed your chair.
I bet he's that chair.
So, everybody's back needs a chair. So,
Not mine.
the idea,
That was somebody saying so.
I'm different. Alright?
Listen to me.
Alright.
Alright.
Continue, sir.
so it's just about understanding somebody else's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Your parents will tell you that, like, how would you like it if somebody did that to you? Right? You probably wouldn't like it, and a lot of times we get obtuse and we say, I wouldn't care, I could care less, or whatever you kids say. I'm only saying that because you just said it.
Sigma.
But, you know what I mean? And, yeah, but that's not really
He's a chill guy who didn't
helpful.
give a frick.
You find yourself alone and nobody's understanding you, you're just more angry. So that's not the way to be. Synergy doesn't have to be. Synergy is working together to achieve more. That's number 6. Working together to achieve more. What is that? Do you know that acronym? TEAM? Together everyone achieves more. TEAM. Right?
Yo!
So, working together to achieve more. What is the opposite of that? I'm just going to read this one that's here. It says, refuse to work with others. I'm going to read another one here. It says, act like you're working, then say you did it. Act like you're working, then say you did it all. So basically taking credit for somebody else's work. Don't participate in teamwork. What is that one thing? Number 6?
This
The
one
opposite.
says work alone because my ideas are the best.
Work alone because my idea
Ooh,
is
that
the
one.
best. That's the opposite of synergy.
Yeah,
That was yours.
I wasn't trying to be like, I wonder who wrote that. I was
It's
genuinely
really
asking.
good.
That one was really good, for real. In my opinion. That's probably why I wrote it.
Probably why you-
Pretty Sigma.
Pretty Sigma. So that's habit 6, right?
I'm not trying to be that guy.
Is to work together to achieve more. One of you can go out there and y'all can move the logs, you can cut them.
Yeah.
2 of you can get it done a little quicker. 3 of you a lot faster. 4 of us, knock it out 5.
Tiny hands.
You know what I'm saying?
Make light work.
Many hands make
Oh,
light
my
work.
bad.
Many hands. You said too many hands?
He said
Tiny
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 hands.
hands.
Like
No
Many,
minutes.
many hands.
many hands.
A lot of hands make light work. So when you're doing shit, it's good to have teamwork.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but it is worth saying that sometimes some jobs you just have to do by yourself.
Doesn't make the dream.
Nah,
work.
You,
You got to do what you got to say.
sometimes you have to do things yourself, but a lot of times, especially when you're in a group setting, say a team sports, or you're say in the fire academy or a CAP, or when you're playing basketball, or you're in a college, you're in a group in college, you're at co-op, you have to work cohesively with other people. You know what I mean? And
You do. Even when you don't want to.
even when you don't want to. So one of those things, and this is where we're kind of going into what Mo was talking about how these all work together. One of those things is how to use all these habits to bring the best out of you and other people. So let's go to habit 7 before I go too far on that.
I was completely engaged.
Sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw is to renew yourself regularly, right? So to renew yourself regularly is to recognize. Can you give me the pen? Because all these fucking things over here are just high distractions. He was just telling you. I'm sitting there talking, and he's having a conversation with you about how it's a distraction, and you're telling him it's not a distraction, but the whole goddamn time, y'all were distracted by the goddamn thing.
Yeah, but like.
But that's exactly what happened.
You might not be distracted, but I got distracted.
I was distracted too.
I wasn't distracted by the thing.
We're distracted right now by the goddamn
distracted
thing.
by Mo.
Like literally, we're off topic
Make
about
sure
the
to
fucking thing.
smash that like button.
Like and subscribe for more crazy
And the
content
notification
by the
bells on.
Sigma family. Make sure you hit that like button, turn on notification bell, share it to your friends, copy link to get to more
Get
people.
water. Get water.
Can I get water?
Get water.
Can I go pee?
Alright, let's resume.
Creatine.
I realize ISIS is escaping all of this.
Yeah, I realize it.
Yeah,
Don't be
why
distracted
you
by
ice
it.
for-
Don't
okay.
be listen. All of y'all listen. And this goes for Icy too, but she's not here to hear it. Be strict with yourself
Strict with myself.
and lenient with others.
Lenient with others.
Lean with
Be
others.
strict with yourself and lenient with others.
Yes,
It
sir.
sounds like hell.
All right. So synergy, or I'm sorry, sharpen the saw. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. Sharpening the saw is where you take time to rest. You've been working hard on these 6 habits. Take time to rest and relax. 6 because we're on number 7.
Recovery.
Right. So it's recovery.
On the 7th day, he rested.
On the 7th day he rested. When you hit your workout, you kill them muscles, and you're sore.
Take recovery.
You gotta have a rest day, right?
Coach
You
Cap.
gotta have a rest day.
Flush out his gas.
You're sitting there, you're studying,
Rest this weekend.
you're studying, and you're studying, and you're studying, and then you need a fucking break, right? You gotta look at some TikTok and whatever, YouTube Reels or whatever the hell. Shorts, you know what I mean?
Don't
shorts.
do that. That should not.
Hey. Don't
Don't put that as part
that
of it.
partway through the pin.
It's
That was
it's not. It's good to rest, and those are examples. They may not be the best examples, like most things.
I was just playing.
But no, it is true. It is facts. It's not the best example. A good example of rest is to actually have some rest and relaxation. Read a book that's going to uplift you.
Did it come out okay?
Get a massage.
Throw the ball around.
Throw the ball around.
Play catch at the
I was
park.
hearing
Yeah,
everything
park.
that
Go to
was
the park.
happening.
You want to
Yeah,
go to the
she's
park?
like, oh damn. I
Stroke
gotta-
one off unless you're in the no pap
Whoa.
society.
Whoa. Society is crazy.
November's over, guys.
November's
The
still in.
war, the war is over.
Okay, so Mo was talking about Mo was talking about this. This is what Mo was talking about. Mo was talking about the 7 habits, they're broken up into 3 parts, really 2 main parts. And the first 3 habits are, what are the first 3 habits, I see? They're right there.
First one.
Oh,
You don't have to think about it. It's written in the
Eat
book.
poo poo.
be proactive.
First
Take
things
responsibility for your life. Begin with the end in mind. Define your mission and goals in life. Put things first. Prioritize and do the most important things first.
Okay, so to be proactive, begin with the end in mind and put first things first. So the first 3 habits, right? Now, that is about you individually, right? That's all about you. It's how you're going to approach the world. It's to be proactive. Is to recognize that you're responsible for all of your actions, no matter how positive or negative they are. And to begin with the end in mind, you say, I'm going to take steps to improve my life, and this is where I want it to go with, say, a mission statement or some large goal that you want at the end of your days. You want people to think of you a certain way. And also to put first things first. Once you have responsibility of your life and you know where you're going to go, is to put those things first. You can't pick an orange if you hadn't even planted the seed and grew the tree yet. You know what I mean? You have to go through a natural process. You have to learn to walk or you have to learn to crawl before you walk. Things like that, right?
Amen.
Amen. So, okay. So when you were doing your pilot class, hello,
Gotta learn to drive.
there were steps to it, right? What was one of the first things that y'all did?
What do you mean?
When you were learning how to do the pilot stuff?
Get to know the books.
Okay, get to know the books.
Like
You had
go
to study
through
books.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do. Okay, but then what was the next thing?
Talk about what you learned in the books.
Okay, so you went through the books. You, I guess, presented. I guess.
Or not really, just like discuss and like
Okay,
ask
discussion.
questions.
Make sure you
Okay, so
remember
what?
it.
Keep it coming.
Then after that, they would start breaking it down like individually, and they explain how each thing has its own function.
Yeah. Then when did you actually start piloting and stuff? Like,
Um,
you didn't ever go on the plane and start doing stuff.
No, I did, but that was.
What was the first thing
That
they
was
did?
before everything.
Did they?
Yeah, I know that was. I was like,
Get it out of order.
Okay, so you started. Well, that's what I'm asking you. What were the steps? Whatever the steps were, because it wasn't out of order. If they did it, so.
It was in order.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the steps were.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Okay, so let's take CAP because I seem to be losing you on this. On CAP, when you're in CAP, you don't start off as a lieutenant or whatever the fuck.
Who said that? No, I just
How do you start off?
You did.
How do you start off?
Airman basic, right icy.
You start at the bottom, right? And what's the first thing that they teach you?
Toxic. Airman basic. You're an airman basic.
Nah.
That's why.
They like teach you the history
Basic
and like how to
thing.
wear the uniform and how all
Right.
that stuff goes. Drill.
Before you can really do any of the other stuff.
Oh yeah, any of the cool stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Type of is.
So you gotta start from rank 1 or whatever, and then you work yourself up. When you go to school, they don't start you off in trigonometry when you're fucking 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? You have to build up to that over years and years and years.
Wait a
and
minute,
years.
what I want to know is why did they start with the hard stuff first and then get easier?
Because you have to
They-
build the
they-
foundation.
They actually did if you actually learn the basics, because that's probably the hardest part of getting to understand how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Then everything else is built off of that add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It's all built off
Hate
of that.
math,
No,
viewers.
this
Hate
shit-
math.
The,
Hit that like.
the point
and
is,
subscribe
okay,
button.
we're losing it here. The point is
Okay.
that you cannot start reading a book if you can't even make sounds out of the letters. If you can't even recognize the letters. You have to be able to recognize the letters.
Hey, you can't be 5 foot tall if you aren't 4'9".
You can't have babies until you hit puberty. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through that cycle of puberty before you can start making babies and shit. You can't, whatever it is. You have to go,
Can't be 5 foot.
there's a
Can't
process
be
to everything.
4'9".
You can't eat the meat until you've cooked it. You know what I'm saying? You can eat it raw, but you're probably going to get sick off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, if you make steak.
So the point is that there's a process to all of it. You got to put first things first. Right.
Yes, sir.
The second part of all that is, what's this? Here, Marshall, read the second, the 4, 5, and 6. Habit 4, 5, and 6.
You know I can't read. 4, 5, 6. Think win-win. 5. Seek first to understand, then be understood. 6. Synergize. Work together to achieve more.
Okay, so
7.
first one,
Sharpen
not just
the
a 6,
saw.
just a 6.
Oh, my bad.
Synergize.
Number 4.
Synergize.
Number 4.
Think win-win.
Think win-win. So when we're thinking win-win, we're considering other people's perspective, what they want to do and how they want to do it, and how you can give them what they want, and you still get what you want. What's the next one?
Number 7.
No, 6. I mean, number 5.
Seek first to understand, then be understood.
Seek first
Listen
to-
to people sincerely.
Seek first to understand, then be understood. If you're trying to hit win-win, best you can without understanding where they're coming from, you can do it, but it's going to be almost lip service because you're not really going to understand why you're doing this. But once you understand why they're doing it, then you're going to want to do it the way they want to do it. Because, look, I'm in your shoes. It's about being curious about the other people, right? And then synergy, that falls neatly together. It kind of sums everything up because now, because you understand where they're coming from and you want them to win as much as you want to
You
win,
combine.
then you can combine it, you can blend it, and you can mold it into something new and greater.
Then you work
Something
together to achieve more.
Wow.
Work together to achieve more. So the first 3 habits are about you. The second 3 habits are about working with other people. It's about other people. So the first 3 habits are private victory. When you're taking responsibility for yourself, nobody's really going to see that. You know what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning on time, nobody's going to see that. Nobody's going to congratulate you other than yourself. When you say, I have a goal and I know what my goal is, man, it's good to have finally be locked in on a goal. It's good to know what it is without having to be all over the place. Well, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? And even if you narrow it down to 2 or 3 things, that's better than the wide array. So I don't really even know what I want to do. I just want to, I don't know. So knowing what it is, that's all you too. And then taking steps on that goal, it feels good only to you. Other people might recognize it, but really it's all about you. And then to think win-win, now you have to get involved and you got to talk to people. So now we're on habit 4. Is okay, I want to reach this goal, but I can't reach this goal without this person here because he's the authority on the goal that I'm trying to reach, right? So I got to work with him or work with her, or I got to be involved. And they're in my way, and I don't understand why they're blocking me. How could I better understand them? And, okay, so this is why they feel that way. So let me help them reach their goal, and then in doing that, I also can reach my goal, get closer to my goal. And then now you know what? We're working together. Let's bring some more people in on this shit, right? And all this is going on, and you're busting your ass, and you're getting tired. So now it's time to renew. You gotta have a break. Gotta have a break to recognize, you know what? I've been working towards the wrong fucking goal. Now that I understand that these people are like this, I don't think I want to do that. I didn't know what it meant to be a firefighter. Now I do, and I don't think I like that so much. I think I want to do something else.
Who said that?
Whatever it is, right?
This
Tom-
guy said that. I want to be a pilot. Oh, no, never mind.
Well, yeah, because you have a paradigm shift. Your mind changes. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
You learn new things. So there's nothing wrong with changing your mind, as long as you understand that you got to work through these habits. I mean, you change your mind often. It's okay to change your mind often. Just keep working through these things, and the renewal, the sharpening the saw. Like we had a hard time cutting today with that chainsaw. It came off the track, and then the blade was dull. And so it just made cutting the branches and everything, made that work so troublesome that we had to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We just went ahead and did the fire, right? But we couldn't finish cutting. We couldn't finish our goal today because we didn't sharpen the saw. Now, chainsaw blades are a little different, more than just sharpening the saw, but it's a metaphor for going back and getting focused, because you can do these things that you get tired and you get bored, and then you're just kind of going through the motions, and you lose why you're going to be responsible. You lose why you're putting, you're finding out what your goal is and putting first things first, and why you're doing win-win and understanding and working together. And you lose it to why am I doing this? So that way I can be the thing that's at the end of my life that I want everybody to recognize me for. Good person. You know what I'm saying? I want them to say he was caring. I want them to say she was kind. I want them to say she was a good mother. I want them to say he was a good father. I want them to say I was a good son. You know what I mean? I want them to say that I was respectful and compassionate. I want them to say, some people might be like this. I want them to know that I'm a fucking dominant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you want them to say about you, that's what goes in, and that's what your steps are. That's what it's all about. But it's to remember. Habit 7 is to remember what all this is about. What are you doing it for? That's what it's all about. So, what does that look like? Well, you gotta fucking chill out every now and then. Man, I'm getting too intense. I don't know if you guys ever heard the end justifies the means.
No.
Right? What that means is, whatever your end goal is why you did all the shitty things or the good things that you did. Right? The end justifies the means. Begin with the end in mind. This is the end. I want to be a good person. Well, that's why he gave so much good stuff. That's why. So I want to be the richest guy alive. That's why he made so many compromises on his integrity. That's why he sold those guys out. That's why he raised money and whatever. You know what I'm saying? He created a business that helped everybody. Whatever the end goal is. But in doing all that, if you don't regularly sharpen the saw, if you don't come back to Habit 7 and go back over all your things and find out why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, you're going to end up, say, money, for example. Because I want to make millions of dollars. And I want to make millions of dollars and spread it across the world and bring everybody up and make everybody good, healthy, and strong and financially capable. And you're working hard for that millions of dollars. Then after a while, millions of dollars, because you need to go back to Habit 7, millions of dollars just becomes your goal. Never realizing that the whole idea was to give back because you didn't get refocused. Or say, I want to give to the homeless, right? I want to give to the homeless. That's one of the things I'm doing. I want to give to the homeless. I want to give to the homeless. So I'm fucking giving everything I have. I'm emptying my bank account. And I'm giving them my wife's jewelry. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm giving to the homeless. Yeah, but you're so focused on giving to the homeless, you forgot why you were giving to the homeless, so they wouldn't have to be without. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to go back to Habit 7 so you don't get lost on the to-do. You can stay focused on the why. And that goes full circle back to what is being proactive. You know what I'm saying? Taking responsibility for yourself and beginning with the end in mind and knowing what your mission is and what to do first and second. The why too is the seventh habit, effectively. So, any thoughts, ideas, comments?
What you mean?
No,
Or
sir.
anything on any of this?
Can you say it again?
Any thoughts, ideas?
Stop it.
You say it again.
Yeah, in my
All
head.
right, so
I think
in
you
seven,
got it.
in having one.
No, we're done. You got it. You beat that horse.
No, I'm not. I was just making a joke about having one. Can I go pee?
Those jokes gonna get you in trouble, man.
All
All right.
The man is next. We're good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this back for all of y'all.
Right now?
Yep. No.
Oh,
But I am gonna.
Where you going?
I'm gonna post it, and I want y'all to go back and review it.
please.
I assisted